14 days selling on Amazon. Whoa, what's that mean? I was kind of cleaning up and straightening up, and I came across this sign. I made this 3 years ago, was going to do a video what it was like selling 14 days on Amazon. Now on to the big news, and fast forward 3 years later, and let's talk. All right, folks, thanks for checking out my channel, and let's get into the video. I feel like I'm walking to the ring to do a wrestling match. Look at that sign. Isn't that beautiful? Just found that sign. It's a little hot, but I just want to show you a little bit about what I'm doing. And here, let me reverse the... Okay, ooh, let me turn that light off. That light I got, is it too dark? No, it's too dark. That's not too bad. Okay, guys, I really appreciate you guys being here. And this is part, what I like to call progress. As you know, I started in the beginning, 14 days selling on Amazon. And never did nothing with that whiteboard, never turned it into a video. That was 3 years ago, and that has not been written down now. What happened was I wrote that on that whiteboard. It got put somewhere. I got a different stand-up whiteboard, and as I was cleaning out, I came across that, and it's like 3 years have passed already, so it's time. You know, 2019 was... learning a little bit, like, oh, you could sell on Amazon. And you know, I was in between, had closed a restaurant business about the year before and dealing with some health issues, and kind of figuring out, honestly, YouTube. I had spent a lot of time doing interviews and do kind of a little bit of get to know me type videos on my channel, which even sometimes they weren't even reselling related, which found out later was a mistake, because if people want to watch you for reselling related content, they don't want to see you going to the park. So, but anyways, and then 2020 happened, and my love of baseball cards, I wanted to do a... Whoop. See, I'm still learning even how to hold the... I have it leaned up against there. I guess I must have been bouncing around a little bit too much, but let me tilt this a little bit more. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna leave that in there. So, recording from the cell phone, didn't bring a GoPro today or nothing like that. But 2019 was really kind of getting my feet wet with Amazon with some things, and was gated in a lot. And then, like I said, 2020, I wanted to kind of, I saw people doing card breaks, and I wanted to do that with, but I'm like, how do you do that? I'm like, I'll start a Patreon up. If the people pay me $10, they're going to get cards. And basically I'm selling them cards, but the payment can be processed. And there was some pushback on that from a couple people that frankly should have minded their own business, because it had nothing to do with them. But at the same time, something big happened. Like 3 weeks later, everything shut down. And I was doing Instacart grocery delivery, doing some YouTube, which really wasn't paying nothing, about $100 a month. Instacart was a couple $100 a month, and selling some stuff on eBay and Amazon. So it was just scraping by. And then all of a sudden, boom, people are looking for certain things. I'm out there, and I'm like, wow, if I could go to there, get this, and instead of, I couldn't send it in there, but I didn't care. I felt comfortable shipping it, and whew, what a year. I mean, it was a crazy 3 months there, and the summer slowed down some, and then Christmas was good then, and then 2021, things were okay. They weren't pandemic levels, but I was still doing okay. But really wasn't pushing eBay, and I don't know, kind of fell into a little bit of a comfort spot. And some things happen on a personal level, death in the family, and some things at home, and um, basically just trying to deal with those types of things. But here I am in 2022, and let's face it, you cannot find. I live here in Pennsylvania. We only have yard sales traditionally, I don't know, Memorial Day to Labor Day. That's about it, because that's how our weather is here. We don't have yard sales in the fall. We don't have yard sales in the spring. The flea market opens mid-March, early April, and closes like October the 1st, around there, October the 10th. And that's it. It's a limited window versus if you live in the South, for example. There's more opportunities because the weather cooperates. But you cannot find enough even doing Goodwill or Salvation Army. I don't know, because maybe there's more competition, or people are throwing. I don't know. But there's not enough to find to make $5 on an item to sell. To make this worthwhile, you really should be, $400 or $500 a week. So that's a lot of stuff to go out and find. And I like the hunt of doing that and doing different things. But fundamentally, as far as Amazon is concerned, you need stuff that people consume. Soaps, food, things like that. But the problem is those are low margin items a lot of times, unless you buy them in a bulk deal. So, cut to the chase. For me, the big news is I said, hey, look, I need to get back into 2020 was excellent for me. The company did about $238,000. It went from pretty much 10,000 to 238, and last year I think it did roughly around 140ish. Don't quote me. About 140. The company, and I say the company because it is registered as an LLC, and multiple platforms have sold on YouTube auctions, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, and eBay. This year is turning to be slower again, but yeah, I'm still selling items, and something happened. A light went on, and I joined a group last month, July 4th, and I've been listing every day on eBay. And I had like a good 6-7 weeks about 2 months ago on Amazon, but some things happened also again with my health. I got injured, and I got COVID, and that was like, whoa, and then it's like trying to get back on track. And I made the decision to start buying wholesale. And how do you get wholesale? Sometimes even these people won't deal with you getting wholesale unless you're buying like tractor trailer load or $10,000 at a time, or and some of them, as soon as you say you're reselling, they don't even want to deal with you. So, but I started looking into buying liquidation, return pallets, pulls, and reading stories, and doing watching Wall Street, and I've bought clearance from Walmart, but it's not consistent enough. It's not consistent enough even at Target. You can't be going to, let's say, a Target and getting 15 items, and then you run another, let's say, an hour to another Target, and the same item that was on clearance at the other store is not clearance at the other store. So then you waste a trip, waste of gas, waste of time. So you have to be more efficient. And to do that, I basically have started buying, liquidation pallets. Brand new stuff, stuff that is just not moving, the oversupply, whatever the large corporate retailers made mistakes on, whatever they did, doesn't matter. When I could go in there and they built a new warehouse basically 30 miles away from my live. Okay, and The difference is in what happened in 2020 when I did those amount of sales. That was spread throughout the year. I shopped. It was something like 760. A lot of it was a retail arbitrage. I wasn't really overcharged. There was one item that I didn't feel comfortable selling that we were probably getting too much, and that was the hair clippers. But all the other stuff really, I was making $3 to $5 an item. I just was doing enough volume that I could make money. So the opportunity is now for me is to basically buy bulk items, buy a whole pallet of something, a whole pallet of maybe 2 toy SKUs, a whole pallet of men's shorts and things like that. Now, some stuff I don't know what I'm going to get. That's why I'm doing these videos with the liquidation and sharing with you guys. And hope you guys like that video. It's a new way of sourcing to get bulk. I need to create it. I wanted to create something that I could sell, but not be dependent. I can't just buy 1 or 2 pallets and say, oh, that's good for 6 months. I need to have a steady source of. I want to honestly. I like to see myself buy 100 pallets in a year, but I can't. If you, as you see, and you've seen my garage, it's not fair to my wife that she can't park and bring that stuff in the house and process it, and also then commingling in it with stuff from Goodwill, from Salvation Army, and yard sales, garage sales, storage unit. I've only, I didn't buy. I don't think I bought a storage unit. I was going to go today, but I changed my. I didn't go storage units because I'm just picking up a lot of pallets this coming week when I'm recording this. It's actually Saturday night here about 8:30, and this place closes at 9. And so the big thing is, you say, what this place is. I have rented a 10 by 30 unit now. First time I've ever rented a storage unit for business purposes. I've rented a storage unit before for personal purposes when I had moved to do a Subway. We moved an hour away and we put our personal belongings in there because we lived in a smaller house until we built our house. But it was time and to be organized and get really this business like, hey, I have a core amount of good items and I'm doing this storage facility that I'm at, and let me tell you, to find storage facilities was not easy. There was a couple within a couple miles of the warehouse that I picked my stuff up, and there was no available spots. I called one other place. I called 8 places, not 3, Pat, 8 places, and found one. And that day I said, look, I'm going to come over and see it. It's costing me a little bit more than I want because it is a inside unit that temperature controlled, but I could put stuff in here and it's going to be safe. So even if I, had to, like, okay, I got a pallet of certain things at storage unit, I don't want to really mingle used stuff in here. I want to pretty much keep this all new. And if this takes off the way that I hope and do, and have planned, basically I've put it myself a business plan, and things aren't going to be easy, aren't going to happen overnight, but this is the plan. So I'm basically buying wholesale stuff. This is my first little warehouse, and I have 300 square feet here. This is going to be, I don't want to bring stuff into the garage. Now what I'll do is at the house, because we're setting up, an area for, well, we already have a shipping area, but even some things are going to change in the next year or two that we're working already on different plans. But I'll keep, like, let's say 10 pieces of everything. So if I have 30 SKUs, I'll make sure I have 300 of those items there. But I'll have a backup of let's say 100 of every item here. And that's why I'm buying variety. And some stuff I'm going to actually sell on Facebook Marketplace local. Some stuff for pickup, tools, different things like that. So the only thing I don't like about this unit, they should have had a light in here. It wouldn't have been, it could have had been when you walk in here, basically, yeah, that shows a lot of light. I got this at Harbor Freight. It's a Braun. I don't want to flash it in you guys' eyes. Hold on. Oh, that's weird. Oh, it does all kinds of different things. I didn't even know. Okay. Yeah, I got this light, and it'll work basically for like 3 hours. So this throws a lot of light off. So while I'm down here working a little bit at night, I have light in the hallway, but there's not a light in the unit. I just got it. I got it at Harbor Freight for $29 and change. So it'll work fine. It charges on a USB. But so that's it. I don't want to. You know, we're already approaching 15 minutes. I'm not gonna have to do no fancy editing here. If you guys could follow me, and there's several people that have basically inspired me to step up my game the last 6-7 weeks, and listening to some other. They don't go out and pick or do fun things, but they're motivating, and this is at the end of the day, what I'm doing as a reseller is a business, and I wanted to step up my game, and I realized the mistakes and things. I wasn't trying to make purposely make mistakes. It's just sometimes you need to change. So, all right, I hear people coming in. They're making noise. So I'm going to check out here. All right, guys, give me a thumbs up.